I hope everybody is following the videos. We had discussion with the equipotential surfaces in last class. And what is equipotential surface? And in applications where we can find the equipotential surface in the electric field and the characteristics of equipotential surface. This we completed in last class. And now we are going to discuss about the equipotential surfaces and electric field lines for the different charges. The charge distribution, do that, electric field, electric field lines, and equipotential surfaces. Electric field lines and equipotential surfaces for different type of charge distribution. So in that, for the first one is isolated point charge. We take that isolated positive charge. So for the positive charge, how the field lines, electric field lines and the equipotential surface, and for the positive charge, and here taking this is the positive charge, and the positive charge of the equipotential surface. In last class I discussed with you, it has many number of equipotential surfaces for the positive charge, and here this is one of the equipotential surface. Another equipotential surface. We know that the equipotential surface is the surface on which the potential is safe at any point, and that we consider as the equipotential surface. And the characteristics of equipotential surfaces also. The characteristics of equipotential surfaces, the electric field lines and the equipotential surface are right angle to each other. So here I am taking these dotted lines. These dotted lines represents the equipotential surface, and for the positive charge, what will be the field lines? Electric field line is radially outward. Electric field lines are radially outwards. So electric field line, here with the red marker we are showing the electric field lines. And now we can see the difference of electric field lines and the equipotential equipotential surfaces. And if you take at any point on the surface, here the angle will be 90 degrees. Means they are perpendicular to each other. And the equipotential surface of the first one is V1, and here the V2, and V3, and V4. So, where the distance is less, then potential will be more. Means that potential, here this will be the higher potential, lower potential like less if you take the relation between them. That is V1 is greater than V2 is greater than V3 is greater than V4. And here these dotted lines represents the equipotential surface and these thick lines represents the electric field. Okay, and this is for the positive charge. And the second one is a negative charge, isolated. A negative charge. Then how the equipotential surface and electric field lines for the negative charge. We know about the electric field lines we studied in the charges and fields, electric charges and fields. So in that, for the negative charge, the field lines are radially away from it. The negative charge and the equipotential surface for the negative charge see when the potential surfaces, when we are taking the equipotential surfaces and here the distance is increasing and the field lines, electric field is also, here it is the distance is increasing, then the potential will be decreases. We know that relation, the potential and the distance, they are inversely proportional. And the field lines, the electric field lines, for the negative charge. Here you can see the difference for the positive charge and the negative charge. For the negative charge, the field lines are moving towards the charge. So for the positive charge is away from it, and for the negative charge is towards the charge. And again here I am taking that these are the dotted lines. So these dotted lines, the circles, concentric circles, are the equipotential surfaces. So if you take at any point on this surface, the potential will be the same. So then V1, the potential for the first surface is V1, V2, V3 and V4, and again the relation will be the same as the first one. And the third one is if you take the dipole, equipotential, we want to draw the equipotential surface for the dipole. So for the dipole, the positive charge and the negative charge. We know the dipole to equal and unlike charges separated by a small distance, it forms a dipole. Then what will be the equipotential surface for the dipole? We know the field lines, electric field lines moves from positive charge to the negative charge. So we are showing with the red mark. So the field lines electric field lines. The field lines moves from positive charge to the negative charge. Then we can see the arrow symbol, that is the field lines. Electric field is moving from positive charge to the negative charge. So like this the field lines, we know the field lines. Then now we want to draw the equipotential surface for the dipole. So here if you draw the equipotential surface, where the field lines and this equipotential, it can explain about the field, or with the help of field lines we can take that, we can explain about the potential, equipotential surface. So where the field is very strong, electric field is strong, then the potential surface is also close to the charges. So that we can identify the difference of the equipotential surfaces. This is the first equipotential surface. So here you can observe that here the distance is increasing, then the potential also, the equipotential surface will be less when we close to the, when we observe the charge, positive charge, here the field lines are very crowded, then the equipotential surface is close to the charge. Okay, that is the reason. So in one side, in inner side is close to the charge and outside is will be away from the charge. Okay, that is the difference. The difference we can observe. Because the equipotential surfaces we are showing with the dotted circles. The equipotential surface, and here the field lines are uniform. The electric field line is a straight, that is nothing but a uniform. Here the field lines are parallel. Then the equipotential surface. Then equipotential surface is the equipotential surface, and here the potential. That potential V is equals to 0. Okay, that is the equipotential surface for the dipole. Equipotential surface for dipole. These are important. The equipotential surface for the dipole and the equipotential surface for the like charges. And the fourth one is equipotential surface equipotential surface for the like charges. Then how the equipotential surface for the like charges? We know that for the like charges, repulsion takes place. Then positive charge, I am taking that positive charge. And this is a positive charge, and this is also positive charge. Like charges, it may be either positive or negative charges. So when we take the positive charges at some distance, if you take at long distance, then the equipotential, if you draw the potential for this charges, like charges, this will be the equipotential surface. And when we close to the positive charges, when you are going to close to the positive charges, then the equipotential surface these are different equipotential surfaces for the like charges. And if you take the electric field lines for the positive charge and positive charge, so it gets repelled. We take other side, so the field lines will be away from each other because of repulsion. Here the field lines are away from each other because of repulsion, or the charges are like charges. And these are the field lines, electric field lines, and this will be the electric field lines and the equipotential surface for the like charges. Okay, these two are very, very important. The equipotential surfaces for the like charges and the dipole. And the next one is that, the fifth one is, if the electric field is uniform or the symmetric, that we call that fifth one is for the electric field. The electric field is uniform electric field. So in that uniform electric field, the field lines are parallel to each other. So this is the electric field and the equipotential surface. Then what will be the equipotential surface when the electric field is uniform? And we know, as we know the characteristics of the equipotential surface, the electric field and the equipotential surface are perpendicular to each other. Then if you draw the equipotential surface for the uniform electric field, here these are the equipotential surfaces. And now we can observe that the field lines and this hand we take as the equipotential surface. Then the field lines, these are the electric field lines. Then electric field lines are and equipotential are perpendicular to each other. Then the distance between the equipotential surfaces are same. Okay. So then equipotential surface in this case is the plane. This is the potential V1 and V2 and V3. and the electric field. Here the electric field is uniform. So if the electric field is uniform, then equipotential surface is plane, and the equipotential surface and electric field for the light charges. And here these also these represents the electric field lines. These are different forms of the equipotential surface and the electric field. And one more is that two more are there: equipotential surface and the electric field. These are important for the objective. Okay. So next one is, if the charge is line charge, then what is the electric field and the equipotential surface? For fifth one, sixth one is, the charge is that line charge or the infinite long straight conductor. So for that, how the equipotential surface and the field lines. This is the line charge. And if you draw the equipotential surface and the electric field, the equipotential surface this will be the equipotential surface for the line charge. One more equipotential surface. And if you take the charge, so here if you draw the field lines, if you want to draw the field lines, electric field lines, this will be the electric field line and this will be the electric field line. So at this point, if you draw here, this will be the electric field lines. And if you take here, these are the electric fields. And if you take here, at this point, these are the different electric field lines at any point. Or if you draw generally for this line charge, the field lines will be, if you observe, if you take clearly about the field lines, and this is the equipotential surfaces and the electric field lines. These are the electric field lines. So these are the electric field lines. Electric field line is perpendicular to the equipotential surface. And what is the equipotential surface? It is in the form of cylinders. So equipotential surface for the line charge or infinite long straight conductor is in the form of cylinder. Okay, cylindrical surface is the equipotential surface, and the electric fields are perpendicular to the line charge. Okay, and like that we have different. If you take the isolated point charge and that point charge is placed in front of the conductor, then the equipotential surface. Okay, and if you take the irregular shape of the object, then the equipotential surface. And we have different forms of the equipotential surface and electric field lines. Okay, so that different types of equipotential surfaces. Okay, in applications we can draw remaining diagrams, equipotential surfaces and the electric field lines. Okay, for the theory part, these are two important, that dipole and the like charges, and the electric field is the uniform electric field. Okay, this is about the equipotential surface and the electric field. And now we are going to discuss about the relation between electric field and the electric potential. Then what will be the relation? So that to explain relation between the electric field and the equipotential, we consider the two equipotential surfaces. So when we consider two equipotential surfaces, and in that the potentials, different potentials, and by using that we can calculate the relation between electric field and the potential. So this is also important question. Relation between electric field and the potential. For your seniors, they asked the question. Relation between electric field and the potential. And we have different methods for the relation between electric field and the potential. And as per the textbook, we are deriving the derivation, the relation between electric field and the potential. If you refer other books, then you may find a different method for the relation between electric field and the potential. Next is the relation between electric field electric field and electric potential. So that we are going to derive. So to derive the relation between electric field and electric potential, we have two equipotential surfaces. Consider two equipotential surfaces. This is one equipotential surface and the second equipotential surface. There are two equipotential surfaces, that is A and B, with the potentials V and V minus dV. So here dV represents the decreasing potential along the direction of electric field. So now the direction of the electric field, so consider this is point P, and from point P to the equipotential surface, the distance is dr, and electric field E. So here we can describe this diagram. Consider two equipotential surfaces A and B with potential V and V minus dV, where dV is the change in potential or the decrease in potential along the direction of electric field, and we are going to find the relation between electric field and potential at a point P, and the distance from O to P is dr. Now we want to bring the charge from the surface, equipotential surface, on the equipotential surface, the point P, from point P to O. So to bring the charge from point P to O, we need to do the work done. So the work done required to bring the charge, work done is required. Work done is required to bring the charge from B to A. So that work done W is equals to E bar dot dr. So you may get doubt. We know the work done is the force into displacement. So in place of force we have taken the electric field. We know the electric field strength. Okay, that intensity of electric field or the electric field strength is that the force experienced per unit positive test charge. So there the charge is that unit positive test charge. So then electric force we can take at electric field. Then work done is equals to E bar dot dr. Then E bar dot dr is equals to E dr cos 180 degrees. So here this electric field is perpendicular to the potential surface and it is moving away from the equipotential surface, and the potential will be decreases. So the potential, electric potential decreases along the direction of the electric field. Okay, so that the angle between them, the potential and the electric field, angle between them will be 180 degree. Or here see E bar dot dr, E and dr, the displacement is from point P to O. These two are in opposite direction. Then the angle between them will be 180 degree. Then cos 180 is minus 1. Then we can write that minus E into dr. This is the work done to bring the charge from point P to O, or from the potential equipotential surface B to equipotential surface A. And this work done is equals to the change in potential or the potential difference. So the work done is equal to the potential difference. Is equals to the potential difference. So then what will be the potential difference? So that is work done W is equals to potential difference from B to A. So from B to A, we write that VA minus VB. VA minus VB. Okay, so that VA minus VB is equals to VA. We know the potential for the equipotential surface is V. So VA is V minus R. What is the potential for the equipotential surface B? Is V minus dV. So then it is equals to V minus V plus dV, and here this V gets cancelled. Then work done is equals to the potential difference is dV. And we consider this is the equation number 1. Work done is equals to minus V into dr, and here this work done is potential difference. And if you compare, if we compare equation number 1 and equation number 2. So that here minus E into dr, E into dr is equals to dV. Okay, then dV is equals to, we write that electric field, E is equals to minus dV by dr. Minus dV by dr, and this is the relation between electric field and the potential. Okay, E equals to minus dV by dr, and here the negative sign represents that electric potential decreases along the direction of the electric field, and the ratio of the potential to the distance, here the dr is the distance or perpendicular distance from the equipotential surface B to the equipotential surface A. So that we call that potential gradient. Potential gradient. So dV by dr is also known as potential gradient. So then magnitude of the electric field, if you take that magnitude, E is equals to dV by dr. Magnitude of the electric field, and here dV by dr is the potential gradient. So electric field is equals to negative potential gradient. The negative sign indicates that decreasing potential along the direction of the electric field. Okay, this is the relation between electric field and the potential. Okay, this is the derivation as per the textbook, and other methods also are there. So we may follow this method only to find the relation between electric field and the potential, electric potential. And from this relation, electric field and the electric potential, we have the important points regarding the electric field and the potential, and we take the note. So the first point is that then we know that dV is equals to, here from this we write dV is equals to E into dr, and to get the total, the potential, then V is equals to minus integral E into dr, and that is from initial to the final. So here I represents that initial point, and F represents that final position. And now that if the potential at initial position as 0, if you consider the initial potential, that Vi is equals to 0, and the final potential means at final position Vf is equals to V, then the potential V is equals to minus integral I to F E dr. Okay, this is one of the relation. This is very important relation, that V is equals to minus of integral I to F E dr. This we use in competitive part. This relation we use, this formulas. And where here the dr, where dr is equals to the final position to the initial position, Rf minus Ri, final position, and Ri is the initial position. And one more point already I have discussed. That point is that electric field along the direction of the electric field, the potential is decreases. So electric field direction is in the decreasing the potential, is in the direction of the decreasing potential. That is the second point. And the third point, if you take the uniform electric field, the electric field is uniform, then magnitude of the electric field E is equals to dV by dr. Okay, this is for the uniform electric field. Okay, these are the important points. And by using this relation, the relation between electric field and the potential, we have the numericals and applications based on this one. And next we see about the potential energy And before going to explain about the potential energy due to a system of charges, and we need to discuss about the conservative of the electric field. We know that examples for the conservative are electric field, gravitational field, and the spring force, electric force, gravitational force, and these we have taken examples for the conservative forces. So now we see how the electric field is the conservative, the nature of the conservative of an electric field, that we will discuss in next class. Okay, so once again I recall what we have discussed in this class. Is one is electric field lengths and equipotential surfaces for different type of charge distribution, that is isolated positive charge, isolated negative charge, and electric dipole, and the like charges, uniform electric field, and line charge. And we have still we have some of the type of charge distributions. They are irregular charged object, and point charge is nearer to the conductor than what is the equipotential surfaces. In all these cases, that we can observe the diagrams. In the diagram we use the circles, the concentric circles with the black mark with the dotted lines, that equipotential surface, and the red mark we use for the electric field line. Okay, so there I use the symbols also. Symbol for E for the electric field, and the potential, equipotential, we use that V. So we know that the electric field is always moves from higher potential to lower potential. When the distance increases, then the potential will be decreases. That we know the relation. That potential is inversely proportional to the distance. Okay, and the next one is the relation between electric field and electric potential. So to derive this relation, we choose two equipotential surfaces. They are close to each other with potentials V and V minus dV. So when we do the work to bring the unit positive test charge from the point P to O, or from the surface, equipotential surface B to equipotential surface A, that work done is equals to E dr minus E into dr, which is equals to the potential difference. And by comparing, we get the relation of electric field and the potential. And here the negative side represents that the electric field is in the potential decreases along the direction of the electric field, and it is also known as potential gradient. dV by dr is that potential gradient. Okay, and from the potential gradient and electric field, we can write the integration form. And in that integration form, if you choose the initial potential as 0 and final potential is V, then potential formula where dr is the final position minus initial position, and if the electric field is uniform, then magnitude of the electric field is equals to dV by dr. Okay, this is the previous class. In next class, we discuss about the nature of the electric field, how it is conservative, that I explained, and other concepts I will explain in the next class. Okay, so thank you, but don't forget to watch the videos, watch all the videos. We have the link between the videos. If you follow all the videos, then you will be perfect in those concepts. Okay, thank you.